Shalom, 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 Israel. First, giving honor to the Most High and the Son, Yahawashi. Today's class, man, I wanted to touch on some stuff, man, to kind of motivate the nation, man. Get everybody understanding that it's more to life, man, for you brothers in the truth than just being young precept or proverb. It's more to life for you brothers in the world, man, than just your game system, than just your phone, than Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and all of these social media things. It's more to life, bro, than that. What are you gonna do when there's no longer TikTok? What are you gonna do when there's no longer a way for you to get your likes up on Instagram? What are you gonna do when you are calling yourself ready, calling yourself prepped, but then it's some things going on and you can't fix them? There's some problems going on with your family and you won't have no source or no knowledge to get the things done. This is what we're going into, man. We're trying to motivate our people, man, to put down the social media, put down the game systems, and pick up a trade, man. So let's get into it. Give me 2 Thessalonians 3:11.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3 and verse 11. For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all.
Matter of fact, jump up to verse 10.
Verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you.
This we brought to you, read.
That if any would not work.
That if any would not work. That if you would not put your hands to the plow, that if you would not take the time to seek that knowledge, seek that understanding, man, from your family, from your fathers, from your elders, learn those things, man. Read.
Neither shall you eat.
He said, neither should you eat. If you ain't got no knowledge of no trade, how you gonna eat? How you gonna feed your family? How you gonna feed yourself? Because a lot of times back then, what your father was, that was your occupation.
That's right.
So if he tended the flock, what you did? If he was in there as a goldsmith, as a blacksmith, as a weaponsmith, where was you?
Bring it out.
You were learning these things now. What you got now? What your father teaching you? What your papa teaching you? What your uncle teaching you? Are they teaching you anything that's noteworthy? That's usable? Why they got you out here operating off the same destroyed mind as the enemy had them?
Bring it out.
This is what we getting into, man. Put down the PlayStation 5, Israel, and pick up a trade.
Bring it out.
Read.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly.
That some walk about us disorderly, man. They don't want to do anything that calls physical labor unless it's going to your 9 to 5, getting chewed out by Esau just to get that little bit of paycheck and come home and start the cycle all over again.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Working, not at all, but are busybody.
But are what?
But are busybody.
This is what we getting into, man. That's what social media is all about. Busybody.
That's right. That's right.
In everybody business, you ain't got nothing going on for yourself. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't trying to progress. You ain't trying to grow. You ain't trying to do nothing but go viral.
Bring it out. Right.
Put down that cell phone, man. Put down that social media and pick up a trade.
Yeah.
Learn something that is going to be productive. Learn something that is going to be positive. Learn something of substance, man.
Bring it out.
Let's get more into it, man. This is why we out of here like this, man. Give me Hosea 4:6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
He say, my people are what?
Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
So now I don't know how to build no foundation?
Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Man, what about learning how to frame a house?
Destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because they what?
Thou hast rejected knowledge.
So instead of taking the time, man, to pick up a book and learn or trade, learn some things that you're interested in, you sitting up there on your PlayStation.
Bring it out.
You sitting up there on your 2K, playing your Madden. You sitting up there on your Xbox, man. You over here on social media doing everything that ain't got nothing to do with progressing.
Yeah.
He said, destroy for a lack of knowledge, not only in that, but also in giving your God reverence.
That's right. Right.
Read, bro.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
He said, thou hast rejected knowledge. Read.
I will also reject thee.
He said, he gonna also leave you out there like that. Right. Because what you put out is what you get back, right? That's right. You reap what you sow, right? That's right. So if you disregard the Most High, what are you going to do for you?
Bring it out.
Until you decide to change, until you decide to wash your dirty garment and come back, what are you going to do for you? The same thing you did for him. That's right. Read, bro.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Read.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of God.
He say, seeing how you have forgotten the law of the Most High, without the blueprint, without the order, without the order established, man, how can anything go? If you don't have this as your standpoint, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be left out there to the wolves, man.
That's right.
You're gonna be continuously left out there that pray for that raving lion.
That's right.
Read.
See, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
He said he gonna also forget you. Since you want to forget me, I'm gonna forget you. Until you decide to repent, change your ways, circumcise your mind.
Right.
Put down your God, that's the PlayStation. Put down your God, that's the social media. Put down your God, that's your wife that be in your ear trying to pull you away. Put down your God, that's your husband that's in your ear trying to pull you away. Put down your God, that's your children that's continuing to want you to celebrate these pagan holidays.
Bring it out.
He said, as long as you reject me, I'm going to reject you.
That's right.
Let's get more. Give me Deuteronomy 11:26.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
He say, I set before you this day something that's going to be well off for you, something that's going to be well for your being, something that's going to be positive and progressive for you, and then I'm also send you some destruction if you choose that. Okay. He say, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. Read.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
He say a blessing if you obey and be in order. If you obey and implement the knowledge that's being put out there. Take that wisdom and put it into action.
That's right.
Read.
If ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day.
He say, this day you need to put down that PlayStation. This day you need to put down your other gods. Right. This day you need to put down that dirty garment and wash it.
That's right.
Read.
And a curse, if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
He say, and a curse if you want to be disobedient. A curse if you want to be a Negro. A curse if you want to continue to follow after your enemy. A curse if you want to be disobedient and gainsaying children.
That's right.
Because is a precept gonna fill your stomach up when your stomach touching the back?
Bring it out.
Is a precept gonna put that food in that bowl when your daughter come pulling on your pants talking about daddy, 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 I'm hungry?
Bring it out.
Now you're gonna need something physical to put into action, because when the economy drop, when everything crash, when everything go back to you having an actual barter system, what goods do you have to offer?
Bring it out.
What trade do you have to barter with? What knowledge do you have to give? Oh, what you know how to step back on that 2K and hit it on green every time and get all net hunt, don't you?
Bring it out.
What's that's gonna do though? Is that gonna put food on your plate?
Wake them up. Wake them up, Cap.
Nah, man, you need to remember the days of old.
Right.
Your forefathers, all of them was in the field, learning how to do a trade, learning how to build, learning how to create.
That's right.
What you know how to do? Oh, you know how to create that new player so you can start your whole my court again, huh?
Bring it out.
It's time, man. He said a blessing and a curse. Read.
A curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way.
He say, but turn aside out of the way. Say, bump all of that, man. I'm trying to get my 99 overall.
Bring it out.
Read.
Which I command you this day to go after other gods.
To do what?
To go after other gods.
Man, gotta go wait in that line for that PS5.
To go after other gods.
Want to go in there and lay up with your girl? Tell you, baby, you know I've been doing all of this. I've been doing all of that. I done washed the dishes. I done wash the clothes. Man, I done took your car out and got detailed, baby. You think you can go give me that PS5?
To go after other gods.
Read.
Which ye have not known.
Where was that energy at when your God was asking you to be obedient?
Bring it out.
Where was their energy at? This is what our people need to change their mind state. We have let the enemy come in and reprogram us to something so wicked and vile, man.
That's right.
That the Most High said, I will have to do away with 2/3 of it.
That's right.
Think about that. You go to these schools, 13 years, man. Pre-K all the way up. Some people have start homeschooling before pre-K. But you go through all of these years, and what have they taught you? What do you remember from your schooling?
Bring it out.
Is it anything? Quantum physics, huh? What are you learning? What can you use? Because a lot of times you go to these colleges, you go for a certain major, you get out of college, where you at? McDonald's. Not working in the field that you trained in, huh? It's time, man. It's time to get our hands dirty. It's time to put our hands on the plow and learn something.
Right.
That's of substance. Let's get more of it. Let's get more of these curses and how they interact with us by being disobedient. Give me 1 Maccabees 1:41.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom.
He say, moreover, your enemy wrote unto all his kingdom, because he has conquered you now. Read.
That all should be one people.
That all should be one people. That everybody should do the exact same thing that I have, which is wickedness, vile, and destruction. Read.
Right. And everyone should leave his law.
And everyone should what?
Should leave his law.
And everyone should say, bump they God. Read.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
He said, according to the commandment of the king, instead of listening to the commandments of their God. Read.
Yeah. Many also of the Israelites.
He said, many who?
Also of the Israelites.
He said, many of you, so-called black man. You, so-called Hispanic man. You, Mr. Native. How about you? He said, many of you also. Now you are now equated as a heathen. Read.
Many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
He said, consented to his commandment. Read.
And sacrificed unto idols.
And did what?
Sacrificed unto idols.
And took on their gods. Took on their ways. Took on their mind state. Took on their environment. Read.
And profaned the Sabbath.
And did what?
Profaned the Sabbath.
Spit in the face of your God.
That's right. That's right.
Read.
For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
That they should what?
That they should follow the strange laws of the land.
So instead of picking up this book or picking up a book to teach you to learn how to learn a trade, you pick up the game system know-how.
Bring it out.
You pick up that controller know-how. You get up on that GTA 5, you get online and you go ham, huh? You just started you a whole drug kingpin, huh? He say that they should go after the laws of the strange land, man. Read.
And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days.
He said that you should literally do away with your whole heritage just to take on the mind state of a heathen.
Bring it out.
Read.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
He say literally, do everything your God say don't do.
That's right.
Because you let your enemy seep in, and now the way that your brain was supposed to operate, the way that your mind was supposed to move, now you moving in a whole different light.
Oh, that's right.
And it ain't the light, it's the darkness. Read.
That they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
That they should what?
Also leave their children uncircumcised.
So teach your child all he got to do is get on social media and go viral?
Leave their children uncircumcised.
So instead of teaching them the law, instead of teaching them about God, instead of teaching them about the trade that you should have been taught from your parents, You out here got your child doing whatever they want to do.
Bring it out.
You got your child out here literally getting on YouTube, man, and just doing whatever you want to do on YouTube. He getting on TikTok doing, trying to go viral from dance challenges. You got your little girl, she out here trying to go viral from silhouette challenges. You doing everything outside the realm of the Most High. He said that you should leave your children uncircumcised. Read.
And make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
This is what's going on right now. This is what's going on throughout the nation. In the truth and outside of the truth.
That's right.
Because in the truth, you still got brothers that don't even know how to use tape measure.
Bring it out. Right.
You got brothers that still don't even know how to pick up a drill. You got brothers that don't even know how to put oil in their car.
Bring it out.
You got brothers that don't even know how to check their oil.
Bring it out.
What's going on, man? Why have you let your enemy destroy your mind so bad, man? What is it about Babylon that's so alluring? All you doing is courting death. Read, bro.
To the end, they might forget the law.
That they might forget their heritage. Read.
And change all the ordinances. And whosoever will not do according to the commandment of the king.
He's saying the ones that want to continue to follow after the Most High, want to continue to be in behavior of the law, they want to continue to circumcise their children with the knowledge of God and with the knowledge that they hold, to give them that wisdom. What's going to happen to them, bro?
He said he should die.
That they should die. Why do you think we getting attacked like we are?
Bring it out.
Shut down YouTube pages because we out here pushing the truth. They messing with our information on social media, on the Facebook, trying to push out the truth.
That's right.
They're watering down the timeline, putting all of the stuff at the bottom that has substance, and putting all the stuff at the top that want to destroy the people.
That's right.
This is what's going on. He say that they should die. This is the commandment of the king that you serving right now in Babylon.
Okay.
The king of confusion.
Right.
Give me Deuteronomy 11 and 28 again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 28. And they curse, if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
He say, and a curse. That is a curse.
That's right.
Your enemy being in control over everything that you have and telling you, this is what I want you to do, contrary to what your God say.
That's right.
And if you don't do what I tell you to do and do what your God say do, I got some ill will waiting on you, partner. I got some things that's going to happen to you. He said, that's a curse. Not having no knowledge on how to do anything profitable, and you wonder why Jake hit the streets.
Bring it out.
Why Jake want to be a doughboy. Why Jake trying to be a young rapper. None of that is profitable.
Bring it out.
You gonna be able to eat them gold chains when time comes?
Bring it out.
You gonna be able to turn them 24s into a stew?
Bring it out.
Nah. You ain't gonna be able to do none of that. What about that young that dope you trying to push? Are you gonna be able to eat that and it actually be sustainable for you? You think you'll be able to live off of that? Or you think you're gonna turn into them fiends that you out there creating, selling your poison?
Bring it out.
He say, learn a trade. Use your hands. They not just up there, man, to twiddle your thumbs. Read, bro.
But turn aside out of the way, which I command you this day, to go after other gods, which ye have not known. It's
time, man, to let them gods go.
That's right.
It's time to start following the blueprint that your God gave you, that right. You will be well off, that your family will be well off. Don't you want to have something to pass down to your children? Don't you want to have something that they can pass on to their children? Don't you want generational wealth? Or do you want to continue to have generational curses? Do you want to continue to have generational sorrow, generational heartbreak, generational lamentations, right. Generational stupidity?
Bring it out.
It's time to wake up, man. Put down the PlayStation and pick up a trade.
Bring it out.
Give me Jeremiah, give me Isaiah 30 and 9.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people.
That this is what?
A rebellious people.
Don't want to pick up their book and read.
A rebellious people.
Don't want to pick up any knowledge and learn how to do something.
A rebellious people.
All they want to do is read that game manual though, so you get them cheat codes though, huh?
A rebellious people.
Read.
Lying children.
He say what?
Lying children.
Read.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
He say children that will not hear the law of their God. Children that will not hear the instruction of wisdom. Children that will not hear and implement the instruction of wisdom. Read.
Which say to the seer, see not.
They out here telling us, man, every time we try to bring understanding to them, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Don't tell me that. I ain't trying to hear, man. You blowing my high, man. I'm over here trying to hit the new high score, man.
Bring it out.
I'm over here trying to do everything else that's gonna do nothing but lead to death. Don't tell me I'm out here doing wrong, man. Let me live in my stupidity. Let me live in my delusions. Read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell me I gotta put down my PlayStation and pick up a trade. I love my PlayStation.
Bring it out.
I love my Xbox, man.
That's right.
When my girl get the nagging this, I just run straight to the TV, man, throwing that 2K, man. I'm good. I'm zoned out. My part, man. Let's run that 3-on-3. Let's pick up a tournament on Madden, man. I'm trying to come out there with 5 bands. This is not profitable.
That's right. Bring it out.
What you gonna do when the electricity go off, huh? What's gonna happen to your PS5 then?
Bring it out.
What's gonna happen to your Madden tournaments then? How you gonna get your lights cut back on, brother, man? If Esau decided to let you go, what you gonna do for work? You gonna go to them streets?
Bring it out.
You go to them streets, where you gonna end up? Either dead or locked up.
That's right.
What's that gonna do for your family?
Bring it out.
Oh, you think your girl just gonna hold you down, huh? You think she ain't gonna go out there and get with the next man that got some money on him, huh? You think that next man ain't gonna teach your children, huh, to be effeminate? Or your wife not having that strong figure and gonna let the children run all over, huh? Put down that game system, man, and pick up a trade. Pass that information on to your son. Pass that information on to your daughter so they can have something of substance. So they can have something considered as wealth. Because if you have a trade, it all comes back down to supply and demand.
That's right.
It comes back down to supply and demand. If you have a trade that is very well in demand and you can supply that, don't you think you can set your own prices? Don't you think you'll be able to set your family up to where you'll be good, you'll be well off? Because I guarantee you when the electricity go out, when your Wi-Fi go down, you can't go viral no more, partner. Ain't no more TikTok.
That's right.
Ain't no more YouTube. What you gonna do? Read, bro.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things.
He said they want us to do what?
Speak unto us smooth things.
Oh, nah, man, you good, bro. Just go up in there, man. Go on and play your Madden, man. Go on and play your Call of Duty zombies, man. You good. You ain't got to worry about your light bill. You ain't got to worry about all of your food in your refrigerator. You good. You good. The white man gonna give you your Section 8. The white man gonna give you your food stamps. What's gonna happen when your government assistance get cut? What you gonna do then, huh? They say, prophesying to us the things that we do not need to hear. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things. Prophecy, deceits.
He say, prophesying to us deceits, man. Read.
Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
He say, tell us everything we need to do, man, to keep us from following God. Tell us everything that we need to do so we can keep following the gods of our creation. So we can keep dumped up in the mind. Delusional. Destroyed. The walking dead.
That's right.
Read.
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because you what?
Despise this word.
Because you don't want to put down the social media and pick up a trade and learn how to do something. Read.
And trust in oppression.
And do what?
And trust in oppression.
Your enemy gonna give you everything you need to do to kill yourself.
That's right.
He's gonna give you everything you need to do to survive, just enough to go up into his businesses, make him millions and billions of dollars, and you still hurting at the bottom.
Bring it out.
Because he can afford not to come to work. He's not working.
That's right.
You can't afford to miss that day, huh? You can't afford to get caught up in traffic behind an accident and you 3 minutes late no more, huh?
Bring it out.
Because you don't have no hustle. You don't have no drive. You don't have no grind.
Bring it out.
So you trust in oppression. Read, bro.
And trust in oppression and perversity. And stay thereon.
And do what?
And stay thereon.
And so since you don't want us to tell you the right things, you want us to speak unto you those smooth things, you're going to stay right where you at.
Right.
You're going to be unmoved. Read.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
He say this iniquity going to be you getting kicked out your apartment. This iniquity going to be to you not having no food in your refrigerator. Your children out there asking, daddy, 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 I'm hungry, but you can't produce nothing. They're going to have to go to sleep off of air sandwiches. He says it's going to be to you as a breach ready to fall. Read.
Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly in an instant.
He said it's going to come suddenly and it's going to come in an instant. Tomorrow is not promised, man.
That's right.
You heard the captain last night. He told you tomorrow is not promised. Take that advantage, man. Pick this book up and learn, man. And go seek the knowledge of your elders, man. Be at that dope beat time so they can tell you, give you the game on the trade on what you need to do.
Right.
Because when your enemy take away all of the little the formalities he got out there for you, all the little things you can get into, what's gonna happen? How are you gonna produce for your family?
Bring it out.
Where it's gonna come from? You think it's gonna drop out? It's gonna fall out the sky? Manna coming down from the sky? Get real, Israel. Get real, Israel. Time to wake up, man. Put your hands to the plow. Put down the social media. Put down your game system. Put down all of the curves of the world, man, and pick some knowledge up, man.
Bring it up.
Because that's what's going to be advantageous for you.
Right. Right.
How many of Israel know how to plant a garden, man, and actually know when to harvest, know what to plant, know how far you need to keep them distance, know how far you need to go deep into the ground, know how often you need to water it, know where to put it so it can get enough sunlight. Who know these things? Is it you? Was your papa telling that information to your daddy? Was your daddy giving that information to you, or was he showing you how to be a whoremonger out here in these streets?
Bring it out.
Was he giving you the glitz and the glam of being in that doughboy life?
Bring it out.
What about your mama? Was your mama showing you how to put together a cookbook? Was your mama showing you how to put these recipes together? Was your mama showing you how to take care of a house? Was your mother raising you to be a wife?
Bring it out.
Or was she letting you out here be a whole harlot out here? Was she letting you go outside and twerk it for the gram? Cut on the music and look at you throwing your back out, and she say, "Ooh, girl, that's cute."
Bring it out.
What do you know? What can you produce? What do you have that is advantageous, that is of substance?
Bring it out.
Nothing. It's time to put down these things, man, and pick up some knowledge, man.
Right.
Give me that first letter. The first part of that letter. Hold up. I got a few of our people that broke the mold, man. That went out and did something. You got Henry Blair. Henry Blair is recorded as the second, quote-unquote, African American to have a patent, right? That is his invention. That is his patent right there. It's a mechanical corn and cotton planter. But you know us in the field, man, we was having to do it by hand, right?
Right.
This is what it is right here. He was the second, quote unquote, African American to have his patent. Because back then, you were a slave, right? Quote unquote. So scroll down, right? Read that, bro.
In 1834 and 1836, Henry Blair became most renowned for his invention of the corn planter and the mechanical cotton planter. Blair's invention improved the productivity of corn and cotton agriculture.
He said it improved the productivity. Don't that sound like that's something of substance?
Bring it out.
Don't that sound like that's something that's progressing things forward? Read, bro.
Blair managed his own independent business.
So not only was he an inventor, he was his own business owner. Read, bro.
his own independent business as a commercial farmer.
As a commercial farmer, because now he has inventions that he can use to knock out multiple farmland versus him going out there, probably having his cousin, his sons and them going out there and them literally getting out there in the field doing it little by little by little. He created an invention to increase the productivity, increase the time so you can get more work done and get more revenue in. Read, bro.
Managed his own independent business as a commercial farmer near Glen Rose, although he was unable to read or write.
He said, although he was unable to read or write, this brother had that whole drive, man. He had the drive to go and get it. Read.
Blair proved himself a capable inventor. The corn planter resembles a wheelbarrow with a chamber fixed to the bottom that disperses the seed. After the seed is dispersed, rakes attached to the back of the wheelbarrow drag over the seed to cover them with soil. Blair's corn planter resulted in more efficient crop planting and resulted in greater overall yield for farmers.
So he changed the game of agriculture.
That's right. That's right.
What you changing the game on, Israel?
Bring it out.
Or what you hitting that button to eject the disc and put in a new game? Huh?
Wake them up.
That's what you changing, huh?
Wake them up.
What do you have that's of substance, Israel? It's time, man. It's time to get back to the old ways. That's enough. Let's go back to the scriptures, man. Let me do Deuteronomy 14 and 2.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2. For thou art an holy people.
He said, you are a set apart people. Look at you. Look at you. You say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there, man, and I'm going to create something that's going to be beneficial. I'm going to change the game, man. I'm going to make something of substance.
That's right.
Read.
And holy people unto the Lord thy God. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
He said he chose you. He chose you to be a peculiar people. Way above average. Sitting at the tip top. You are that peculiar person.
That's right.
Read.
Above all the nations that are upon the earth.
He said above all the nations that are on this earth. Where do you think all of these inventions come from? You. But your patents were stolen. You were shut out in the court systems that were set up against you.
That's right.
You were treated as a vagabond. You was treated less than a dog.
That's right.
But you had all of the intellectual wealth, though. You had all of the genetical wealth, though. You had everything in place for you.
Bring it out.
But you ain't want to listen. You ain't want to pay attention. You ain't want to implement the instruction given to you. So now look at you, Israel. Where are Henry Blair's at?
Bring it out.
Oh, what? We got some more Kodak Blacks, though, huh?
Bring it out.
We got us some young thuggers, though, huh?
Bring it out.
What have you done, man, that's going to increase? That's going to be profitable. When are you going to uphold yourself to being that peculiar people? When are you going to come back to that? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said you was going to be cursed because you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to put down the ways of the world and pick up your God, pick up the knowledge that was being brought out. You didn't want to do that. So therefore, didn't he just say, since you want to turn away from me, I'm going to turn away from you, right?
That's right.
There's repercussions to that. This is your actions right here. This is your reward for being disobedient. He said you was going to be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Huh? Where are you? You in the slums and the ghettos, ain't you? You deep off in the hoods, ain't you? You're not living out there in Frisco, though, huh?
Right.
You're not living downtown in the high rises, though, are you? Huh?
Bring it out.
You're not riding around in the 2021 Tesla. Huh? What have you to show for yourself, other than heartbreak, sorrow, and lamentations? Other than being disobedient to your God. He said you was going to be cursed in the city. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
He say, since you didn't want to listen, you don't have no control over your food no more.
That's right.
Since you don't want to listen, you don't have no more businesses anymore.
Bring it out.
And even if you do decide to get a business, they're going to jump them taxes up on that building, though, ain't they?
Right.
They're going to hit you over the head. The bank is going to grind and grind and grind as much as they can out of you if they let you get that loan. And that's a big if. He said you was going to be cursed, man. Your food. You not being in control of your food. What you think going into your food? You think it's going to be healthy for you?
Bring it out.
You think it's going to be beneficial for you? You think it's going to keep you from having to go and take their poisonous medications?
Bring it out.
The body is supposed to heal itself. The earth is supposed to increase that, help that out. The foods, the fruits, the vegetables, the things that you eat are supposed to help increase your bodily functions.
That's right.
But now, you don't have control over your food. So that's why you got to go down there and go get that heart medication. That's why you got to go down there and get that high blood pressure medication. That's why you got to go over there and get that insulin shot for your diabetes.
Right.
All you had to do was listen. All you had to do was implement the wisdom that was being taught to you so you can pass on the knowledge. But now you curse your foods, your businesses. You don't have nothing to show for yourself.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
He said curse was going to be the fruit of your body. You came out cursed just like your children came out cursed. Because you not knowing what it is, you not knowing who you are, you not knowing that you're the greatest person on the planet and that you have bylaws and guidelines that you need to adhere to be well off. So therefore, guess where you at? You're in the hands of your enemy. Being toyed and played with however they will. Being shot down and killed and used as guinea pigs.
That's right.
You are. Not knowing. Not having to understand it. Because you ain't want to listen. So therefore, where you land at? Where your food's going to grow? Where your fruit trees at? Where your gardens at? Where your vineyards at?
Bring it out.
Oh, you can't have that, in that 700 square foot apartment, with no patio. You can't put no little windowsill garden out there, because you ain't even got a window, do you? Put down the social media. Put down the game system and go get some knowledge, man.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Where your cattle at, Israel? Who out here on their Farmer John tip?
Bring it out.
Who out here? Who out here teaching you how to prep the animals, how to prep the cattle, how to give them the right amount of feed, how to let them go graze, how to get them the mineral rock? Who teaching you that? Who giving you the knowledge on that? But you up in this book though, you trying to be Mr. Precept or Mr. Proverb, huh? But you ain't got nothing to show for it though. What knowledge is your elder giving you? Is he showing you how to work with your hands? Is he trying to push you to move into a venture where you don't have to rely on your enemy to give you a paycheck every 2 weeks? Every month? Every week? Having to blow your back out, walk your feet down into the earth.
That's right.
Waste your time away.
That's right.
All for a little simple check. Because that's what you trading off. You trading off your time and your enemy is giving you very little.
Right.
All because you don't want to listen. You don't want to implement the knowledge. You don't want to put down that other God and pick up your God.
Bring it out.
Your instruction.
Right.
Your knowledge. Your wisdom. Read, bro.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
He said you was going to be cursed coming in this thing, and you're going to be cursed giving up the ghost. You're going to be cursed going out. Because you don't want to listen. Speak unto a smooth thing, though. Tell me everything I don't need to know so I can feel good about myself.
Bring it out.
So I can continue to live in the matrix. To live in this delusion that tell me all I got to do is strap up my bootstraps. Go up out there on that stage, rap a couple verses, and I'm gonna be good. But don't tell you that you have to get bent over on that couch, though, huh, Pop?
That's right. That's right.
Don't have to tell you that you're gonna have to be a puppet and destroy the mind of the youth, though, huh?
That's right.
Because if you haven't noticed, the music industry, every artist that's coming out is getting more effeminate and more effeminate and more effeminate.
That's right.
Pretty soon they just gonna hit the stage with all full blown makeup, dress on, in a wig, talking about this Medea's family reunion.
That's right.
Because you ain't want to listen. You don't want to get your hands dirty. You want your enemy to do everything for you, give everything to you, and it be defiled.
That's right.
Trusting in oppression.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed.
Until what?
Thou be destroyed.
So as long as you operating outside of the realm of the Most High, man, you are literally left to the wolves.
That's right.
Until thou be destroyed.
That's right.
Read.
And until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing.
Because of the wickedness of your doings. Oh, you didn't know playing that PlayStation was wicked, huh? Are you putting that time in on your book? Are you putting that time in on getting more knowledge?
Bring it out.
Are you putting that time in on learning how to be a better brew? Learning how to be a better sister? Are you putting that time in teaching your brothers the knowledge that you got to give them somewhere to go? Nah, but you sitting up there on that 2K though, huh? You running the matches off that COD though, huh? You trying to hop back on that Xbox and play some of that old vintage Halo though, huh? Trying to get up in there and have a couple rounds on that fight night, huh? You trying to do everything but what you need to do.
That's right.
He said, until thou perish quickly. Read.
Because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
What they did to the Most High?
Thou hast forsaken.
What they did to the knowledge?
Thou hast forsaken.
What they did to the wisdom?
Thou hast forsaken.
What about working with their hands?
Thou hast forsaken me.
It's time to wake up, man. Put down your PlayStation. Put down your social media and pick up a trade.
That's right out.
But now that's a little too hard for you though, huh? It's cutting a little too deep though, huh? Let's get more, man. Let's get more. Give me Proverbs 6:4. Time to put down that lazy spirit that your enemy has taught you to be. Read that when you get there, bro.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 4. Give not sleep to thine eyes.
He said, give not sleep to thine eyes. Don't get lazy. Read.
Nor slumber in thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter.
He said, deliver yourself as that deer that's being chased by that hunter that's going to dart through the woods. That's going to get up out of there. He said, deliver yourself, man. Give not that sleep, man. Read.
And as a bird from the hand of the fowler.
He said, make sure you getting up out of that lazy spirit. Make sure you getting up out of the hands of your enemy and running into the hands of your God.
Right.
Read.
Go to the ant.
He said, do what?
Go to the ant.
He said, think about that ant, man. Think about all that ant do. Read.
Thou sluggard.
Thou what?
Thou sluggard.
He said, get up off that couch, man. Get up off your butt. Put that controller down, man. Get some knowledge, man. Get get your hands dirty. Right. Learn how to do something.
That's right.
Read.
Consider her ways.
He said, consider the ways of the ant. Read.
And be wise.
And do what?
And be wise.
So considering the ways of the ant, you gonna what?
Be wise.
Read.
Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer.
He said, do what?
Provided her meat in the summer.
He said it's gonna get up and go get it. It's gonna get up and go do something. It's gonna get up and be productive. It's gonna get up and be an asset to the nation. Read, bro.
And gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
He say, how long are you gonna sleep? How long you gonna continue to lay down on that couch, man, with the controller in your hand, with your feet kicked up on the table? How long are you gonna continue to want to thumb through the book, but ain't even doing nothing in the book? Want to thumb through the book, try to get the next cut precept, so when you go out there, you can tell Esau drop dead.
Bring it out.
But what knowledge do you have? What asset are you being to your nation? What information can you bring for the next brother to be able to get under the bowels of the wiles of the enemy?
Please out.
What are you doing? Read.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? when wilt thou rise out of thy sleep?
He say, when you gonna wake up? The prophets are out there teaching, man. The elders out there giving the information, man. How long are you gonna sleep? How long are you gonna sit there and tune out that alarm clock that's been trying to get you to wake up? Oh wait, now you want us to speak unto you smooth things though, huh? You want us to prophesy unto you lies and deceit, huh?
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
He say, now you want to just sit up there on the couch, man. You want to lay up there. You been at home all day. You ain't got no job. You ain't been doing nothing. You just been on the game system all day. 3:30 come around. It's time for your 3 o'clock nap. You got your rib. She out there making the money. She out there getting DDT'd at her job through the white man. And she coming home, and guess what she gonna do? You ain't got no job. You ain't doing nothing. She gonna DDT you. He said you gonna sit there on that couch, man, fold your hands, and you ain't got no information. You ain't been using that time to learn something. You ain't been using that time to get your knowledge up on how to be productive. Read, bro.
So shall thy profit come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
He said you're gonna be out there lost in the sauce. You're gonna continue to be groomed and prepped to be a well-working dummy of society.
Bring it out.
Non-productive. The only time you productive is when you thrown up in that jail cell and they getting that free labor about you.
That's right.
How long, man? How long are you gonna continue to sleep on this? How long are you gonna continue to look at yourself and think that everything is good? That everything is sweet out here. Ain't nothing sweet, man, when you look out on the street and your people are continuing to being pushed with poison from their own people because they want to follow after suit. That the enemy done put it all in the movies, then put it all in the TV screen and gave it the glitz and the glam, and you following after it and killing the next man.
Right.
Ain't nothing sweet saying that. It's time to pick up that trade, Israel. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time.
That now it is high time, that right now it is high time, that now is the time to take advantage. Read.
It is high time to awake out of sleep.
To what?
Awake out of sleep.
Get your hands dirty.
To awake out of sleep.
Put that game controller down.
To awake out of sleep.
Put that phone down.
To awake out of sleep.
Put them Twitter fingers to something that's going to be of substance.
To awake out of sleep.
Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
He say now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, man. Now is that salvation is here, man, because the information is getting brought out.
Right.
The knowledge is getting brought out.
Right.
The wisdom is being told, but are you implementing it? Or do you still want to continue to have them speak unto you smooth things? Time to wake up, Israel. It's time to wake up, man. Put your hands to the plow and do something.
Right.
Go back. Deuteronomy 28:47. Because until you wake up, until you change your ways, until you wash that dirty garment, we're going to continue to have to go through this.
That's right.
Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
He said, because you didn't want to serve your God, because you didn't want to be an obedient child to your father, read.
And with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
For giving you a whole blueprint on how to be well off in the world, read.
Therefore, shalt thou serve thine enemy.
What they gonna do?
Serve thine enemy.
Trust in that oppression?
Serve thine enemy.
Read up.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which he sent them against you because you did not want to listen.
That's
you
right.
did not want to implement the knowledge. You didn't want to implement the wisdom.
That's
you
right.
just wanted to be off on the side, chilling with your little gods, having your little idolatry, dabbling in your little sin.
That's right.
Instead of being a man, instead of being a woman, instead of teaching and bringing an understanding to your people, to your children.
Right.
He said he was going to send them against you. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So now you don't know how to plant your own garden, Israel. Because now the enemy been sent against you. Now he got all of the knowledge, and you was the one that was out here planting crops. You was the one out here in the fields and the vineyards.
Bring it out.
But you ain't got that knowledge no more, huh? So now you gotta trust in oppression, rely on your enemy, so he gonna give you the food. Read.
And then thirst.
And then what?
And then thirst.
You used to be able to go and get you some fresh water, man. You used to be able to go to that young spring, get that water and fill them jugs up, man, bring them home, man, you be good. You used to be able to go out there to your well, get that water, come back in the house, and you be good. Now, you go out there on that land, you trespassing. Wait a minute, wasn't that your land to begin with?
Bring it out.
Now you got to go to the store and go get these bottles of water that's filled with all kind of fluoride, all kind of baking soda, all kind of trace metals, all kind of chlorine, filled with all of these chemicals that's set up to slowly destroy your mind, kill your brain, cause you to be a walking zombie. So now you ain't got no knowledge of how to grow your food, how to produce food for yourself. You ain't even got knowledge on how to freshen your water up. How to take out the impurities in the water. You don't know how to do none of these things. Read, bro.
And then naked.
And then what?
And then naked.
So now you even got to rely on your enemy to put them drawers on your back. To put them socks on your feet. To clothe yourself, you got to rely on your enemy. Then you used to make your own clothes.
That's right.
Then you used to have your own fabrics. You used to go out there, you used to plant that garden, you used to gather those plants, use those plants and create your clothes, right? That's what your clothes are. Cotton. A plant. You got to grow that. So to grow it, once you grow it, you pick that cotton, you process that cotton, turn it into clothes. Where that knowledge go? Who know how to do that?
Bring it out.
Who know how to dye that cotton any color that they need it to be? Huh? Who know how to do that? You didn't think about that though, huh? That you got to grow your own clothes, huh? Well, you're not growing nothing. Ain't no textile mills in your name.
Bring it out.
Your enemy got all that. Where that knowledge go? Oh wait, you just wanted to rely on your enemy though, huh? Read, bro.
And in want of all things.
So everything that you could possibly want, where you gotta go? Because you're not going to your God for it.
Right.
You're not going to your elders and to your leadership. You're not going to your brothers that have a wealth of the knowledge to get you laced up. You're going straight into that GameStop. You buying that fresh game system to get you about 4-5 games, get you a nice little 2 controllers. You come home, you're gonna hop online. And wonder why you don't know how to do nothing. But you know how to do them cheat codes though, huh?
Bring it out.
You know how to hop on that San Andreas and put that weapon cheat code number 3 in though, huh? You know how to put that cheat code for that jetpack though, huh?
Bring it out.
So now we gotta rely on our enemy to do all of these things that we were doing for ourselves.
Bring it out.
Because you didn't want to put down the PlayStation 5 and pick up a trade. This is what we going through, Israel, man. Give me that next letter. Give me the second part of that letter. Go back up. Yeah, finish that part out. We missed that part right there. Now, right there, the mechanical.
The mechanical cotton planter device is essentially an adaptation of the corn planter optimized for cotton, also resembling a wheelbarrow, but it had 2 blades that split the earth, while a cylinder located behind the blades dispersed the seed into the freshly plowed grooves.
So what that mechanical cotton planter did was he just improved on his invention and made it to where it can do 2 things now instead of just 1. But let's get more of the next one. All right. So we got Granville T. Woods, right? Let's see what his patent was, right? Scroll down. So what he did was he created a whole telecommunication system for trains and for the train depots, so they can pass by each other and get all of the information they need without having to make multiple stops. What you doing, Israel?
Yeah.
What information you doing?
Bring it out.
Scroll down, bro. Read that out.
W. T. Woods was a prominent inventor and electrical engineer.
This man was quote unquote called the Black Edison. We all know who Thomas Edison is, right? The light bulb. We already know where that came from, but that's neither here nor there. Read.
Electrical engineer who developed inventions that were awarded 27 patents by the U.S. Patent Office between 1884 and 1903.
So he has 27 patents. 27 patents. That means that man mind when he was shelling out everything. Huh? He was being productive. He had information that was out there to be built. Read, bro.
Woods, who was an avid reader and astute learner.
He said was an avid reader and astute learner. What y'all out here learning? What you out here reading? Or the game manual, though, huh? You reading that Young East Bay, that Young Jet magazine, huh? You reading the next XL freshman of the year, huh? The double XL freshman of the year, huh? That's what you reading, huh? He said he was an astute learner, man. Read.
Began to focus all his spare time and attention to mastering electrical engineering.
So he used his time to master electrical engineering. What you using your time to master? Oh, that 3-point shot down, that 2K, huh? You got it down the right way, it hit the green, you let it go, huh?
Bring it out.
Perfect release, huh? What you mastering, huh? Trying to get that juke move on that Madden, huh? The perfect time to spin and catch it with a juke, huh?
Bring it out.
Nah, this man was out here learning, man.
That's right.
Read, bro.
At the age of 20, he enrolled in a technical college and trained for 2 years in electrical and mechanical engineering. After graduation, with no prominent job prospects in Ohio, he worked as an engineer on a British steamer, which allowed him to travel the globe.
So don't that sound familiar? You go to college, you get this knowledge, and you come out, you can't even get a job in your field. So what do? You go to that McDonald's cook, huh? You go to that Taco Bell chef, huh? Let's see what he did. Read.
Woods eventually settled Cincinnati, Ohio, where he formed the Woods Electric Company.
So he built his own business. What you did? You went to that McDonald's, huh? That Sonic, huh? You start working as that waiter, huh? As that server, huh? Read, bro.
His decision to become an independent entrepreneur stemmed in part because of his difficulty in finding work. His first patent came in 1884. By 1887, Woods developed the most important of his inventions, the synchronous multiplex railway telegraph.
So this is the telecommunication system he created that we just seen the patent and the design for. Read.
Which allowed communication between moving trains and train depots. 1 year later, he developed a system for overhead electric conducting which helped power locomotives.
So he improved the train system. Not only did he give it communications, but he improved the train. He started to change the train from being steam into getting into electrical. What you doing? What you changing out the batteries and that controller though, huh?
Bring it out.
That light started flashing. You need to go and change them out so you can go and make sure you don't get caught up in that COD match, huh?
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
1 year later, he developed a system for overhead electric conducting, which helped power locomotives. In 1889, he filed his first patent for an improved steam boiler furnace. Over the course of his lifetime, he held 27 patents, including a dozen for inventions which made electrical railways safer and more efficient.
So the inventions and the patents that he had pushed forward the progression. That's enough on the letter, but we're going to come back to the third part. Push forward the progression to where now we improved on these things. He laid the foundation, laid the groundwork. What foundation you laying? What groundwork you laying? Do you know how to lay foundation? Do you know how to put the rebarb in there? How to box it off? How to mix the cement right to the perfect slump? Do you know how to do that? Oh, but you know how to hop on that live though, huh? Hop in my park. Go and get you a couple 3-on-3s going on. Time to wake up, man. Time to put down them game systems and pick up a trade, man. We were people of astute knowledge, man. Great inventors. Where is that, Israel? Give me the Willie Lynch letter. Page 9.
The book, the Willie Lynch letter, and the making of a slave. You must also have your white servant and overseer distrust all blacks. It is necessary that your slave trust and depend on us.
He said it is necessary that you trust in oppression, that you trust in perverseness, that you rely on your enemy to give and do everything for you. You think your enemy cared about your well-being? You think your enemy gave a damn about you being hungry? About you being thirsty? About you having holes all up and down through your clothes? About you being cold on them hard, long winter nights? You thought he cared that you got frostbite in your big toe? Read, bro.
It is necessary that your slave trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us.
He said they must love, respect, and trust only us. It didn't say that you must love, respect, and trust your brother.
That's right.
It didn't say you must love, respect, and trust your sister.
Right.
Because what we do now, we don't trust the people that look like us.
That's right.
We don't love the people that look like us.
Right.
Because if we did, we would have been getting that information. That information would have been passed down, so on and so forth. You would know how to do this. You would know how to do that. She would know how to do this. She would know how to do that. Okay. And pass that information on to the next. Is that happening right now? Nah, because your enemy said you must love, respect, and trust only him. Read, bro.
Gentlemen, these kits are your keys to control.
He said these are the kits you need to control the mind of the Israelites. Have them to serve other gods and become lazy in the process.
That's right.
Become destroyed in the mind in the process. Become delusional in the process. And trust and depend on your enemy. Read, bro.
These kits are your keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity.
He said never miss an opportunity to oppress the Israelites. To have them trust and depend on them. Never miss an opportunity to have them say, Master, 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 I invented a new way to make things easier for us. Guess what? That's intellectual property you are property. So therefore, your mind, your inventions, your ideas are no longer yours. They are your masters.
That's right.
So whatever you come up with, intellectual property, that is his. He making money off of you.
That's right.
Whatever you come up with to make things easier, you don't get to benefit from it. Oh, you know what? You get a extra thing of cornbread today, Toby.
Bring it out.
But while your enemy is getting generational wealth. This is why you need to put down these gods, man. Put down your social media. Put down your game systems, man. And pick up a trade.
Right.
Read, bro.
If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful of each other.
What you think happening right now? You looking at Israel right now, still perpetuating the distrustful mind state on their own brothers.
That's
in the
right.
truth and outside of the truth. Because the brothers don't want to come to the table. The brothers don't want to come to the table and get this thing ironed out because they know they've been living their life out there all wicked.
That's right.
Pushing doctrines upon doctrines upon doctrines that's continuing to destroy the mind of the people.
That's
destroy the mind of the nation. Cast down the bricks that are being laid by the brothers that's trying to get our people to do something. Every brick we lay, you kick down 4 more. I wonder why we still in the situation that we're in now. Because we continuing to perpetuate this. Give me Proverbs 3:31.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
He say, do not trust, do not depend, do not operate like your enemy.
That's right.
Your enemy give you the game systems. Your enemy give you the social media. Your enemy give you everything that you can use to take your mind off of what you need to do, how you need to operate, how you can be fruitful, how you can be positive, how you can push and progress.
That's right.
He give you everything you need to do the opposite of that. Read it again, bro.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
See, the Most High just told you, put down the PlayStation.
That's right.
Put down the Instagram.
That's right.
Oh, because you ain't get 3,000 likes on this photo, you ain't feeling too hot, huh?
Bring it out, bring it out.
Do you know how to cook 3,000 different meals?
Bring it out.
Do you know how to put together a cookbook with 3,000 different recipes?
Bring it out.
You could have been a chef.
Bring it out.
You could have had your own restaurant. You could have been pushing towards to getting your own freshly grown fruits and vegetables that you yourself grow, and you can put in your own establishment. Because if you're doing that, guess what? The people coming there tasting the food, they see it tastes different than what they've been eating. They may start wanting to get some of your vegetables, some of your fruits. That's a whole nother business venture you done opened up.
That's right.
But you don't want to use this though. You want us to speak unto you smooth things, huh? Prophesy to you lies and deceit, huh?
Bring it out.
Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
He say, do what?
Remember the days of old.
He say to remember the days of old. Remember how we operated. Remember the things that we were taught. Remember the things that we learned how to do. Read, bro.
Consider the years of many generations.
He say consider the years of many generations. Consider those years of the things that they went through. Consider the years of the things that they've come up with. Consider the years of the things that they've invented and they did not get to enjoy them.
Right.
Read, bro.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee.
He say, ask your teacher, and he's supposed to show you how to put how to use that drill to put that screw in that wood, huh? He say he's supposed to ask your leader, and he's supposed to tell you how to build that frame on that house.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Thy elder, and they will tell you.
He say he's supposed to ask your elder. He's supposed to show you how to lay that foundation.
Right.
He gonna show you how to go up in that garden, how to till them rows, how to drop them seeds in the ground,
right?
How to water it, how to give it all the attention that it needs so it can yield. Is he doing that?
Bring it out.
Or is he asking for you to pay for his new Rolls Royce?
Bring it out.
Or he having you come in and you gotta get the member fee.
Bring it out.
You paying for his lifestyle though, huh?
That's right.
Your enemy telling you, yeah, that would be considered your enemy, not giving you the information you need. Right. Not telling you what you need to do to be prosperous. He telling you everything you need to do to be wicked.
Right.
To continue to push the doctrine of being distrustful and non-respectful of your brothers. Yeah. But you want us to speak unto you them smooth things though. Give me Exodus 36 and 1. Let's dabble and remember in the days of old. Let's look at one of the forefathers here. See what type of person he was. What type of individual they were. Read that when you get there, bro.
The book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 1. When wrought Jephthahisrael and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man, in whom the Lord put wisdom and understanding to know.
He say put what?
Wisdom and understanding to know.
He say put wisdom and understanding to know what?
How to work.
How to what?
How to work.
How to what?
How to work.
He said how to put that PlayStation down. Read.
All manner of work for the service of the sanctuary, according to all that the Lord had commanded.
He say he gave them the understanding on how to use their hands, how to work a trade, how to build, how to be prosperous, how to be an asset, how to be advantageous. Read, bro.
And Moses called Bezalel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whose heart the Lord had put wisdom.
He saying whose mind the Most High had put the wisdom, read.
Even everyone whose heart stirred him up to come into the work to do it.
He say who came up to do work, man. Who had it in their mind that they just can sit around and twiddle their thumbs all day. That they couldn't just sit around and see other men in the midst of work and they not do nothing. He said he stirred up the minds of the men. Jump down and give me verse 8.
Verse 8. And every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twined linen.
So now you got brothers that know how to sew, how to work linen, how to put things together, how to create using their hands. Read.
And blue and purple and the scarlet with cherubims of cunning work made he them. The length of one curtain was 28 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits.
He said the length and the width, right? Read.
The curtains were all of one size.
So all of the curtains that they created for the tabernacle are all one size. They are literally building the tabernacle from up. You know how to do that? You know how to be a seamstress, sis? You know how to work that sewing machine? You know how to get that thimble, put it on your finger so you don't prick yourself when you're going through the fabric? You know how to do that? You know how to turn, patching, and plugging them holes and putting the buttons on them? You don't know how to turn that into a business, though, huh? You don't know people work all day, every day, and rip and get caught on things, and things are torn and destroyed. Buttons fall off day in and day out. You got an ever supply of business. Customers coming in throughout the door. You could have been using your hands. Instead of having to get up, go to your job, smile in the face of somebody that you don't even like, get that frenemy smile in the face, get lied to by your enemy, get talked down on by your enemy. You ain't got to deal with all that.
Bring it out, man. You
could be at the comfort of your home, putting things together, creating things, getting a business started. Speaking to a smooth things, though, huh? Read, bro.
And he coupled the 5 curtains one into another, and the other 5 curtains he coupled one into another. And he made loops of blue on the edge of one curtain from the selvage of the couple.
So he said he looped the blue around the border of that curtain, right? Of the coupling. Read.
Likewise, he made in the uttermost side of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops made he in one curtain. So they took that fabric, man, they put those 50 loops in that curtain, right? They're using their hands, they're creating, they're being they're being productive. Read, bro. 50 loops made he in one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain, which was in the coupling of the second. The loops held one curtain to another. And he made 50 tocks of gold. He said he made 50 thatches of gold, right? Those are clasps. Those are like hooks that keep the curtain together. That wasn't just lying around. They had to make that, didn't they? So you had metal workers. You had gold and silver smiths. You think these things just lying around? How do you think the fabric that they used to make the curtains, where that came from? Oh, you think they just fell out of the sky like manna, huh? Bring it out. Read, bro. And couple the curtain one unto another with the attaching, so it came one tabernacle. You good? No. Read 14. I want that too. And he made curtains of goat's hair. So now they took the animal, they skinned the animal, they using the skin, the fur of the animal, right? So there's people that's learning how to tan the hides, how to make leather out of the animal hides. These are multiple business ventures. What you know how to do? You know how to put that alcohol on that Q-tip and wipe the back of that game dish so it'll work for you, huh? Bring it out. Read, bro. He made curtains of goat's hair for the tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains he made them. So these are brothers, man. These are your forefathers. When you say remember the days of old, these are the things he's talking about. Working with your hands, not working your thumbs on that on the controller. Seeing how quick you can move between X and square. Let's get more, man. So we got master craftsmen, right?
Give me 2 Kings 22 and 4.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 22 and verse 4. Go up to Hilkiah, the high priest, that he may sum the silver which is brought into the house of the Lord.
So now they're building, right, the temple. Read.
Which the keeper of the door hath gathered of the people. And let them deliver it into the hand of the doers of the work.
Of the what?
Of the work.
Of the doers of the work. Read.
That have the oversight of the house of the Lord. And let them give it to the doers of the work, which is in the house of the Lord, to repair the breaches in the house.
To what?
Repair the breaches in the house.
He say to repair. To repair something, you fixing it, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you using your hands, right? Right. You creating something, right?
Right.
Read.
Unto carpenters.
Unto who?
Carpenters.
Read.
And builders. And masons. And to buy timber and hew stone to repair the house.
So, what happened to our carpenters?
Bring it out.
What happened to our masons? What happened to our builders? What happened to our hewers of stone? Who out here cutting the slabs for the countertops? Who know how to cut the marble without messing up the blade? Who know how to produce these things? But once again, who know how to build that frame for that house?
Bring it out.
These are all trades that you had. These are all the knowledge that you had. So where did it go?
Bring it out.
Let's get some more, man. Give me Nehemiah 3 and 31. We'll keep it. We'll go straight to Nehemiah 3 and 31. So, in this time, with King Darius of the Persians, our people are rebuilding the temple. So, to rebuild something, that means you gotta get your hands dirty, right? You gotta put your hands to the plow, right? You gotta know how to cut down the stone. You gotta know how to measure out and cut the wood. You gotta know how to do these things, though, right? Read, bro.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 3 and verse 31. After him repaired Micah, the goldsmith's son.
The what?
The goldsmith's son.
So the son of the goldsmith, who is also gonna be a what? A goldsmith. So who out here know how to put together the jewelry? Who know how to bust down the precious metals, man, and turn them into something profitable? Who know how to do that? Who know how to take the gems and the precious stones and place them in the metal housings? Who know how to do that? Who know how to clasp them on there? Huh? Who know how to use the solder and put these pieces together? Where this information at? Where's this knowledge at? Who know how to do? Who know how to do this? Read, bro.
The goldsmith's son, and to the place of the Nethium of the merchant over against the gate, Micah, and to the going up of the corner. And between the going up of the corner unto the sheep gate, repaired the goldsmiths and the merchants.
He say the goldsmiths and the merchants repaired the gates. What you know how to repair? You know how to put that Neosporin on your finger and put the Band-Aid on it, huh? That's all you know how to do? You know how to repair that game system, huh? When the disc gets stuck, you just tap on the top of it and watch it eject the disc, huh? That's how you know how to repair, huh?
Bring it out.
When the HDMI cord break down, you know how to repair it, huh? You go and buy another one, don't you?
Bring it out.
Where's the knowledge at, man?
Bring it out.
We were people that worked with our hands. We were builders. We had an infinite amount of knowledge on how to be progressive. What happened to it? Oh, wait. You wanted to be disobedient and gainsaying children. Huh? Let's get more. Give me Isaiah 44 and 12.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse 12. The smith with the tongues both working in the cold.
So this is going into brothers having idolatry. But I'm using it as an example to show you different trades that we had. So you had smiths, metal workers, weapons Blacksmiths. Read, bro.
The smith with the tongs both worketh in the coal, and fashioneth it with hammer.
Who know how to use that hammer? You know how to hit that nail straight on the head so it goes straight through the wood and not bend? You know how to do that? Or you miss and catch your finger every time? Read, bro.
And worketh it with the strength of his arm. Yea, he is hungry.
Hello, he saying do what?
Worketh it with the strength of his arm.
He said he worketh it. He putting in work. He using his hands. Read, bro.
Yeah, he is hungry, and his strength faileth. He drinketh no water, and is faint.
So like I said, it's going into Bruce being in idolatry, man. But I'm using this as an example to show you that we had people that knew how to put in work. Read.
The carpenter.
The what?
The carpenter.
Read.
Stretcheth out his rule. He marketh it out with a line.
So who know how to use that tape measure? Who know how to measure that 6 feet and make that mark so you can cut the wood straight? Who know how to use that saw? You know how to do that? You know how to use that axe and cut down that log and turn it into firewood? You know how to do that? Because you can sell that too. A lot of people got fireplaces. And especially if Esau can continue to mess with the weather and have snowstorms out of nowhere, you got yourself a business. Because people going to need to stay warm. Oh, but wait, you want to speak into you smooth things, though, huh? Read, bro.
He fitteth it with planes, and he marketh it out with the compass, and maketh it after the figure of a man, according to the beauty of a man, that it may remain in the house.
So once again, like I say, this is going into brothers being with idolatry, but I'm using this as an example to show you, put down the PlayStation and pick up a trade.
There you go.
Let's get more. Let's get more. Give me Mark 6:1. Let's see who else knew how to work with their hands.
The book of Mark, chapter 6 and verse 1.
You can jump down to 3. No. Start at 1. I want to get the whole context behind it. Read.
And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples followed him.
So he say, so he went, and his disciples followed him. So we're talking about Yahawashi right now, right? Read.
That's right. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue.
So he began to do his job, right? He began to teach and feed the people, giving them the living waters to drink, right? Read.
And many hearing him were astonished, saying, from whence hath this man these things?
He said, from whence hath this man these things, man? Where this come from? Read.
And what wisdom is this which is given unto him?
He said, man, where he get this knowledge from? Where did he get this wisdom? Read.
That even such mighty works are wrought by his hand.
He said that these mighty works are wrought by his hand, that these miracles are being done, that these people are changing their lives, repenting, washing their dirty garments. Read.
Is not this the carpenter?
He said, what?
Is not this the carpenter?
So Christ knew how to use that tape measure?
Is not this the carpenter?
So Christ knew how to cut down the wood and build that frame for that house.
That's right.
So he wasn't just thumbing through the word. He knew how to work with his hands.
That's right.
So it's time, man. It's time, man. Wake up. If we're supposed to be like Christ, Christ worked with his hands. He had a trade. He had knowledge. If you're trying to be like Christ, you got to have a trade. You got to know how to work with your hands. You got to know how to bring something to the table to be progressive. Is your elder telling you that?
Bring it out.
Is your elder showing you that?
Bring it out.
Nah, he just wants you to come in there and pay that member fee on high. He wants you to continue to push the doctrine to destroy the minds. Continue to push that fairy tale, Harry Potter doctrine that he walking on water and he turning water into wine. If he was turning water into wine, like the elder said, man, that was a business. He could have broke off something serious.
Bring it out, right?
Read, we're gonna finish it out, bro.
Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joses, and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they are offended at him?
So, if you are calling yourself to be Christ-like, if you saying you following Christ, He had a job. Not only was he teaching the people, but he was using his hands.
That's right.
He was building. Let's get more, man. Give me that the third part of that letter. So don't think I forgot about you, sisters, man. We got something right specifically for y'all. You got Mary Van Britton Brown, right? Let's see what she did. Scroll down, bro. So this is a diagram of her patent. Guess what she came up with? The home surveillance system. What you out there doing? What you coming up with? Oh, you sitting in there, huh? You doing that sewing though, huh? You sitting in there busting down that sitting over there busting down them drugs with your dope boy, huh? Cause you're feeling close to him, huh? Helping push the poison, huh? Oh, you going down the street to the store and buying that food because you don't know how to get up in there and put them pots and them pans to work, huh?
Bring it out.
You don't know how to get over there and get that thread and that needle and make something shake, huh? This sister out here set the groundwork for the security systems that you use today. Read, bro.
Marie Van Britton Brown was the inventor of the first home security system. She is also credited with the invention of the first closed-circuit television.
Read, bro.
Maria and Albert Brown filed for a patent on August 1st, 1966, under the title Home Security System Utilizing Television Surveillance. Their application was approved on December the 2nd, 1969.
So it took 2 years for their patent to go through. Read, bro.
The invention.
Excuse me, 3 years.
The invention later influenced modern home security systems that are still used today.
So what she created, we use today. We improved and built on, but that was the groundwork. That was the foundation. What foundation you laying, Israel? What information you out there putting out there to be improved on? Read, bro.
Brown's security system was the basis for the two-way communication and surveillance features of modern security. Her original invention was comprised of peepholes, a camera, monitors, and a two-way microphone. The final element was an alarm button that could be pressed to contact the police immediately.
Don't that sound familiar? Don't all that sound familiar? Ain't that what your home security system is now? As soon as that door kick open, that alarm come on, the law's coming through, ain't it? Okay. Bro, she laid the groundwork for these things, man. She used this. She didn't sit on her hands. She didn't sit there and nag her husband ear off. She didn't sit there and demasculate the man. She put her hands to work. What your sister's doing? But y'all just wrapping your head up and coming and sitting in Sabbath class and going home. That's it. It's time to use your hands, man. Our women even tended to the sheep. But what you gonna do? If your man ain't home, you got the children there. You got a fresh goat out there. You got a fresh lamb out there. How you gonna eat? Or with you the name that you gave him a pet name and you loving all on it? Yeah. Y'all stomach touching y'all back. What you gonna do? You know how to process that lamb? You know how to slit that throat, skin that thing, gut that thing, bust down the meat so you be able to eat? You know how to do that? It's time, man. Time to pick up a trade. It's trying to put down that social media with your 14,000 followers and your 6,000 likes. Time to learn how to do something. Read, bro.
3 peepholes were placed on the front door at different height levels. The top one was for all tall persons, the bottom one was for the children, and the middle one was for anyone of average height.
So she thought of all this. So I need a peephole for the people that's tall, I need a peephole for the average height, and for the children so I can see what's going on outside my door. Read.
At the opposite side of the door, a camera was attached with the ability to slide up and down to allow the person to see through each peephole. The camera picked up images that would reflect on the monitor via a wireless system.
So she had a wireless monitoring system already. Read, bro.
The monitor could be placed in any part of the house to allow you to see who was at the door. There was also a voice component to enable Brown to speak to the person outside.
So she ain't even have to get up. She can just push a button and speak to the person out there. You good, drop my package right there, go on about your business. Ain't that what you got now? You can talk to people through your doorbell now, can't you? You can see people through your doorbell now, can't you? You got a whole intercom system, a whole surveillance system, huh? Get it? Where do you think this came from? It was you.
Right.
So this should motivate you. These people should motivate you, man, to not only learn about your God, but also learn how to survive. How to use your hands to create and not have to rely and trust and depend on oppression. Read, bro.
There was also a voice component to enable Brown to speak to the person outside. If the person were perceived to be an intruder, the police would be notified with the push of a button.
So all she had to do was push the button and let the laws know this person is not who need to be. Roll up some more.
If the person was a welcome or expected visitor, the door could be unlocked via remote control.
So she could push the button and unlock the door. She used her noodle. Read, bro.
Brown's invention laid the foundation for later security systems that make use of its features such as video monitoring, remote control door lock, push button alarm triggers, instant messaging to security providers and police, as well as two-way voice communication.
Bro, she laid the groundwork for all of that.
That's right.
What you laying the groundwork for? Oh, you had to create you a whole nother Instagram page, huh? Because they shut the one you had down.
Bring it out.
You had to, you was showing too much on that Instagram page, huh? So they had to go and shut that down, huh? So you started a new one. What groundwork you laying, Israel? What foundation are you putting out there? Read, bro.
Her invention is still used by small businesses, small offices, single-family homes, and multi-unit dwellings such as apartments and condominiums. The Brown's patent was later referenced by 13 other inventors, including some as recent as 2013.
So her patent was referenced by other people to build and improve and create on. So why not use this? Why not use the people that the Most High put around you? Why not use the knowledge and the wisdom around you to build and improve on? Why not put down that PlayStation, put down that social media, put down that Xbox, put down that cell phone and pick up a trade? We coming to a close, Israel. Go back. Give me Hosea 4 and 6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
It's time to wake up, man. How long do you want to give sleep to being destroyed? How long do you want to give sleep to being docile in the mind? How long do you want to give sleep to being stupid? To living in stupidity? To being considered an idiot? How long? Read, bro.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because you rejected knowledge, read.
I will also reject thee.
The Most High say you get what you give. Right. It's time to start giving him what he need in return to give to you. Right. It's time to start reaping these blessings. But wait, now you still want to speak into you smooth things, huh? Okay. Read, bro.
I would also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing that you don't want to listen, you don't want to implement the knowledge, you don't want to use the wisdom. Read.
I will also forget thy children.
He said he also going to forget you, man.
That's right.
It's time to put back into the Most High.
That's right.
It's time to put back into being an asset to your nation.
That's right.
It's time to pass on that information, man. If you sitting on your hands, you got a wealth of knowledge, man, shame on you. Shame on you, man, because you are hurting the nation more than you helping. That's enough on that. Let's go back to Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. We coming to a close.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3 and verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Yahawashi, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly.
He say, withdraw yourself from everybody that ain't giving you the information you need. Withdraw yourself from everybody that got you thinking that this Cartoon Network doctrine, that all you got to do is know how to, when somebody come out to you on the street, say, God don't love say the God love everybody, your mind instantly go to the precept. He say, separate yourself from the people that ain't telling you, man, it's time to use your hands. It's time, man. What knowledge, what information do you have, man, that's going to have your son well off after you gone? What information or what knowledge you have, sis, that's going to have your daughter well off when you gone? Read, bro.
That walketh disorderly, and not after tradition which he received of us.
He said, not after the learning which is supposed to be given. Read.
For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us.
He said, for sure, man, your spirit telling you, you know what you need to be doing, but you want to listen to that flesh.
That's right.
You want to listen to the ego. Nah, man, put that down, man. Let's go and pick up that game system, man.
Bring it out.
We about 600 VC points, man, from getting that 99 overall.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you.
He say, we did not act unrudely. Read.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught.
He say, neither did we trust in oppression. Neither did we depend on our enemy. Read.
But wrought with labor and travail night and day.
He said we wrought with labor. We travailed night and day. We put our hands to the plow. We picked up our hands and we got them dirty. Read.
That we might not be chargeable to any of you. Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
He say, but to make ourselves an example for you to follow us. Remember the days of old. We have master craftsmen, master builders, master hewers of stone, master smiths. We had people that are laying down groundwork, building foundations for temples, building foundations for houses. Where is this knowledge? Who is teaching you this? Where is it coming from? He say the examples are here, man. The information is here, man. Follow. Read, bro.
For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
He say, if you don't put that PlayStation down, your stomach gonna be touching your back.
Bring it out.
If you don't put that Instagram down, your stomach gonna be touching your back.
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies.
Read.
Now them that are such we command and exhort by our Lord Yahawashi.
He say, we gonna exhort you. This is exhortation. This is what we are commanded to do. You see the example. You're supposed to follow us, and we're going to give you that exhortation along the way. Read.
That with quietness they work and eat their own bread.
He said that with quietness they work. Read.
And eat their own bread. But ye, brethren, be not weary in well-doing. And if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man and have no company with him.
He say, note that man, have no company with him. Read.
That he may be ashamed.
He said that you may self-reflect. That you may examine yourself. That you may see, dang, am I being an asset or am I being a hindrance?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Am I helping my family or am I hurting my family?
Bring it out.
Read, bro.
Yet, count him as an enemy.
He said, count him as an enemy. He said, count him not as an enemy. Read.
But admonish him as a brother.
He said, but reprove him as a brother. Teach him. Give him the information. Give him the knowledge that he needs to progress. Give him the knowledge that he needs to be able to help his family further along. Is your elder doing that? Is your leadership doing that? Is your brother doing that? Sis, are you out here giving the game to the other sisters? You out here teaching the young sisters how to do it?
Bring it out.
He said, admonish them, give them the information, man, exhort them. But don't put up with the BS. It's time to put down the curves of the world, man. Put down all the other gods, all of your other idolatry, all of your other idols, man. Put down the PlayStation. Put down the social media. Put down the Facebook. Put down the Twitter. Put down all of these distractions and pick up a trade. And on that note, shalom.
Shalom. Israelites.